Hello everybody, my name is Mike McHugh, and today we're going to be talking about the elements of a good birdhouse. Birdhouses come in all sizes and shapes, and some of them are quite decorative. But just to set the record straight, birds are not into ornamentation. They are, however, all about the safety and security of the nest. And with that in mind, I'd like to discuss some of the elements of a successful birdhouse. First, there's location, and location is important in just about anything. You want to be sure and place that birdhouse where predators can't easily get to it. Birds are wary and they'll turn down a perfectly good birdhouse if they feel like predation is likely to occur. The size of the entrance is very important. Birds in the wild will make a nest cavity with an entrance hole that's just barely big enough for them to squeeze into. And they do that so that larger predators can't get to their nest. According to the Department of Natural Resources, the smaller birds like the titmouse, the chickadee, the wren, and that sort of bird, they like an entrance hole that's 1 1/4 to 1 3/8 in diameter. The medium-sized birds like the bluebird, they like the 1 1/2 and the larger songbirds like a bunting would like 1 9/16. Each species has its own preferential hole size, and it'd be good to check the requirements for each bird that you're trying to attract to your backyard. Perches are something that you also might want to consider. Songbirds don't really show a preference for perches. Starlings and house sparrows, which are pretty aggressive species, do like them. And so I would encourage you, if you have a house with a perch, to go ahead and get rid of it. Floor dimensions are the next important feature, and those are also based on the size of the bird as well. The smaller birds like a 4x4, the medium-sized bird likes a 5x5, and the larger bird, they require a 6x6. One facet that almost is never discussed, and that's the depth of the box. And that's extremely important. If a small bird gets into a box that's too deep, he may not be able to get out. If the box is too shallow, then they may get out too early. Both of those outcomes can be very poor. Access to your box is really important. If something is going wrong with your nestlings, like one of them dies, you want to be sure to be able to get that out of there so that no disease process can affect the others. Also, you might find that you'll have an extra egg in that nest. Cowbirds are really bad about that, and they're rough on the nestlings if they get in there. So you might want to be able to get in there and get that out. As far as cleaning goes, a trapdoor style would be superior to some of the other styles as far as being able to get it clean. Side opening boxes tend to disrupt the nest, and if you have nestlings in there, they will get out. They're difficult to gather after they've gotten away. Probably the last thing we want to talk about is food and water. It's not really part of the nest box, but it is important as far as having birds come to your backyard to give you an opportunity to raise the kind of bird that you'd like to have. There are other birds out there that are not cavity dwellers, and I call those the ground birds, and that's like robins and cardinals and towhees and that sort of bird. But they require a different kind of nest. They require what's called a platform or a shelf nest. It's very much like a regular nest cavity box, but just that the face has been removed so that it's open in the front. Most of these ground birds require a 6x6 opening for their nest. Normally you'd have to purchase a separate box just for these birds. There is a new box that's coming out that's going to incorporate all of those features that we just talked about. There's nothing else out there like it. It's called FlexiNest. It will attract and let you have nesting pairs of any of the songbirds that you wish to raise. Not only will it do the nesting cavity birds, but it'll also do the shelf or platform nesting birds. I think you're going to like this. I've brought one of them here with me, and I'm going to go show it to you now. This is FlexiNest. It's made out of cypress, this one is, and it can be made from western cedar. It has a top opening box which gives complete access to the inside of that nest. It has a trap door so that if you want to clean it, it just falls right out. It has snap rings that adjust for the different sizes of songbird. Very easy to place in. Stays. It's impregnated with a noxious chemical so that gnawing creatures won't chew it. It also is adaptable on the inside. The internal dimensions are changeable. And here's how it works. You take the partition, let's say you want to do a small bird, like a chickadee or a titmouse, you just align it in the little grooves that are in there. I don't know if you can see that. And you put the other one on the other side, and it now becomes a 4-inch by 4-inch nest cavity. Perfect for the small birds. If you want to make it into, say, the medium bird size, like a bluebird, you take that same partition, turn it around, slide it right back down in. Do the same thing with this one, turn it around, slide it back down in there, and look what happened. It became a 5 by 5, perfect for the bluebird size. The only thing else you had to do would be to take this ring out, go get the medium ring, place it in the hole, snap it in, it's ready to go. Now if you want to do the larger songbirds, basically because this box is already a 6-inch by 6-inch box, you just take them out. There it is, a 6-inch by 6-inch box. But that corner piece is there because most nests are kind of round, doesn't really get in the way. Now, there is one feature about this box though that allows it to be all in one box, and that's we talked about the depth of the box. The partition itself has special holes in it. Turn it one way for one size bird and the other for another. So for example, if you wanted the little bird to hop out, you just place the peg in there. And what he does is he goes from the nest to the peg and from the peg out the hole. Simplifying and also making it quite easy. So that solved the problem of depth. Now, we still haven't addressed the other kinds of songbirds. And those are the ground birds. And remember I said they were, most of them, like a 6 by 6. So you basically remove the partitions, set them aside, close up your top, it's magnetically attached, and slide the face completely off. Look what happened. It now becomes a shelf or a platform type nest. So you can also raise now your robins or your cardinals or that sort of bird. So this one box will raise all of the songbirds in your backyard. Maybe never have to buy another birdhouse again. Okay, so to go right back, you just simply snap that in. And there's your cavity nesting. And if you'd like to see what it looks like together, here's another version. It's the other manifestation. It is the platform nest. So you have it, both boxes in one. And that's all I have for today. Be well. If you'd like more information, I'll be glad to give it to you. Again, my name is Mike McHugh. You can reach me at jmikemchugh@gmail.com, or you could call us 865-640-1700.